Good morning, students. So the first thing you're going to do for our assignment today is a daily check-in, which is something we're doing every day now. So go ahead and put in your information, and when you're done with that section, you're going to click next to go to the next section, which will be a warm-up. You're going to watch a short interview with Ruby Bridges, who we will be reading about or listening to a book about after that. And since we're going to be looking at text evidence and pulling text evidence from the story today, I want you to go ahead and watch this short video that tells you a little bit about text evidence. Text evidence is taken straight from the text, and it's used to support the claims that you make about a text. Just like a lawyer uses evidence to defend his claims about a defendant, that's the same thing that you do when you are making a claim about what you're reading, and you have to back up what you're saying, what your opinion is about the text, what you think the author is trying to say. So you'll watch that and then go to the next section. The next section is actually the story. Here's a read aloud of the story of Ruby Bridges. Now, our theme, of course, our essential question is, how can adversity lead to success? And to pay attention to the adversity she faces and how she handles these challenges. Okay, so go ahead and watch it and keep that in mind. The next assignment, this is not going to be due today. We are going to be working throughout the week, but I'm going to go ahead and post it with today's assignment. The story of Ruby Bridges. This is a pre-writing graphic organizer. It says, at the end of this unit, you will write a multiple paragraph essay answering the essential question, how can adversity lead to success? After you have completed each reading assignment, use the chart below to help you remember how that text answered the essential question. So you could possibly use that as evidence in your writing. So with the story of Ruby Bridges, you're going to be thinking about, how does this text answer the essential question that adversity can lead to success? So really, you want to read the whole story, listen to the whole story, and think about the outcome and how everything she went through led to a positive outcome. Over here, we're going to have to put the text evidence. So that is a phrase from the text that proves what you so here you're going to write about how, in the story of Ruby Bridges, what happened to Ruby and how her resilience, how she persevered through her adversity. How did that adversity and all that hard times that she went through, how did it lead to success? So really think about the outcome, and so you could be able to answer that question here in a complete sentence. Over here is text evidence. That is a phrase that you choose to support your claim. And then in this column, you're going to want to put text evidence that supports that claim that you put over there. So when I'm thinking about the positive outcome, I'm thinking about how at the end, by the time she was in second grade, the mobs had given up their struggle to scare Ruby, and that after that, you know, New Orleans schools would be desegregated. So that children of all races might be in the same class. So I could use that as text evidence. That part where it talks about, you know, she kept going to school, and then by the time she was in second grade, it was accepted. People had given up on trying to keep her from going to school, and people then began to accept integration of schools, and that's something really good that came out of that, and how adversity led to success.